who wanted to vote but may be unable to vote. Abulu Osemwagu, thank you so much for joining us today.
Amechi, good morning, and good morning, dear listener. Let's start with the flooding. It's appalling. It's sad. 500 dead, of your citizens dead, Amechi, and people sat down in the hall yesterday receiving honors. What honor are you receiving? What message are you sending out there, Amechi, when 500 of your citizens have been washed away, their properties destroyed, no livelihood for those even alive, 1.something million displaced in 31 states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, with 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, and people sat down in the hall to receive honor. I would have thought that somebody somewhere would say, no, I can't receive this honor because my people have died, my people are dying, my people are suffering. Where is our conscience? We have said here severally, like we said during the insecurity issue, thank God is subsided now, that those really agencies that are related to this, you have the river basin, you have the seafarer inland waterways, you have the humanitarian ministry, you have the water resources ministry, you have the environment ministry, and agencies. What are they doing? You have the Navy, you have NIMASA. This is the time when we need collaboration of all agencies that have something, one or two, to do with water. Water is life. And Fela sang a song, water, you don't get enemy. So he doesn't have an enemy. In the Hausa, they will say, Ruwaya Igara. What that means, water has made it well. Even though water itself has destroyed properties. So I want the Nigerian government. I'm not saying government should stop. I'm not advocating that operations of government should stop. But if you have a screaming headline saying 500 of your citizens have died, I think there's need for national mourning, and the ministries responsible should not go home. They should sleep in the offices, do all the paperwork you need to do all the inquiries you need to do.
The federal, state,
and local government, yes. Do all what you need to do and ensure. I heard the Kogi State governor, I think yesterday also, saying that Kogi State has the worst road network. And don't forget, Amechi, you cannot go to the east without passing through Kogi State, for example.
Yeah,
it's
you
one
can.
state.
There's an alternative.
Yes, but now that used to be Lokoja Bridge, used to be the only bridge then that you follow to the east. And that's
even to the west, there's an alternative, but these are longer alternatives. The shortest routes.
Good. So
for now, to connect the west, connect the east, connect the south, remains the confluence.
TV will always tell you, construct more dams, do river dredging. And this, nobody is even saying it, talking to this in this direction. So that is why I'm aggrieved this morning, Amechi. I'm really sad that we saw videos where people conveying cows to the south. The cows stay 4, 5, 7 days no food, and they've been slaughtered. And that is, business is failing. Look at the rice farm in the Nasarawa State that was washed away. How many hectares washed away? And can we sleep? There is risk of food insecurity in 2023 already. Food insecurity in 2023 is looming.
Has our president visited these flood areas? Has he used helicopter to fly through? Sometimes we see
in other clients, you see them
fly through to appreciate. It's only when he sees for himself, because what we see is that the state governors are running to him even when they are not doing anything in their own states. They run to the federal government hoping to collect money, and when there's no money, they run back and start shouting on top of their voices. But the president, who is the chief executive of this officer, who should activate at the highest level a partnership between all tiers of government, even bringing corporate.
It's a national emergency.
Has he gone to some of these areas where beyond indeed press statements that, I'm saddened, that this, that, has he gone to see for himself? Because we believe and I believe if he sees, there will be a different approach.
No, it's concerned about giving ON, MON, and
yes,
CON.
Yes,
I'm not against that, but then
he sees the extent of damage, the deaths that we have recorded and damage, so maybe a kind of an emergency situation may be triggered. Teve.
Amechi, good morning to you, good morning, listener.
As low as that.
Indeed, interestingly, if you be monitoring the social media, you discover that some persons will tell you, okay, president, this is their candidate, governorship, this is their candidate, senate, they have different parties. It's just a conjuncture of, all of that. So, Abulu, you may not be getting it out for a number of persons.
And you may see candidates for State House of Assembly or even governorship put in a billboard or poster the candidate of another party that is perceived popular. They want to write. It started in 2015 when say Buhari was dominant. Even other parties were putting Buhari's.
Those are smaller political parties. You can't find the big parties doing that, Amechi. But the big parties will have people like Kasim Afegbua, who I keep referring to. During the Edo State governorship election, he was in APC but was campaigning for the PDP candidate. And it was on TV everywhere saying that I want the PDP candidate even though I'm in APC. So we expect people like that to come up, to own up to the candidate you support. I'm not saying own up, but then know that a government in power needs all the instrument of government to succeed.
Definitely, our advice
for 2023 general election. The Presidential and National Assembly has been on. Now, the governors and state houses of assembly will follow suit.
Amechi, is 135 days, 22 hours, and about 10 minutes to the 2023 general elections. And the governorship campaign begins today. I want to urge Nigerians, don't only see your presidential candidate as the person going for election. Go and support your governorship candidate, House of Assembly, National Assembly, State Assembly candidate, because you need all of them to make up a government. If you say you are obedient and you don't remember the governorship candidate of your state, or you say you are articulate, you don't remember the governorship candidate, or you say you are Bat Nation or NNPP, Kwankwasia, and you don't remember the governorship candidate, then you are mistaken. Because they go together to form a government.
Or you support the APM presidential candidate.
Before I forget, let me correct. Yesterday we say Wale Abiola. The name is Kola Abiola. That is the PRP presidential candidate.
Okay, Tebe, we have gone into the campaign season fully.
Yes, it's here. What is on your website?
The budget.
No, I'm talking about even from which projects should be included. Which projects should be prioritized in
when you talk about the people, to be a capital aspect of the budget, but about now around 30 billion naira worth of capital expenditure in the budget.
Tell me, when you talk about the people, you have people from Benue State that are in the civil service. Amechi, you have people from Anambra State that are civil service. Those are our people, and they are drafting the budget. And you still have your representative in the National Assembly who will eventually come and look at the budget
again.
You
should hold
account. Okay, you are representing me. So and so is not in the budget. How do we include it? Or this has been overblotted or padded. How do we reduce it? So we have government is well established. It's not that we are
How much are we using for foreign travels and feeding in Aso Rock? Did they say is it 9 billion or 8 billion? How much billion?
I will need to check.
I mean, people in the villa they need to eat well so that they can administer the government.
In the United States of America, where we borrow this presidential system of government, presidents and their family members pay for their meals. The wife of Barack Obama told us that at the end of the month, the government will send their feeding bill for them, and they pay. So sometimes we borrow, we copy and paste. They will tell you, that's how they do it in the United States. But the other aspects, where they are to be, live up to responsibility, they will not remind us that. Should we continue to feed those in the government house and also Rock at the different state government houses? Should they not pay from their? Are we not paying them salary?
That is why.
Are they offering voluntary services? If American presidents should pay for food they are eating, because every year the billions keep increasing. Good. And I don't know whether what food is it? All this food we are eating?
Rice and beans.
Yes. Are they giving them dodo? Are they giving them
that is why we have said that the rate of dependency, the dependency ratio is so high in Africa, especially in Nigeria. If somebody is a government official, you have his wife, brothers, you have his siblings, you have a distant relation coming to him for him to give money. That is why corruption keep growing, because the dependency ratio is high, because they believe that those persons get free money to do free things.
Let's